Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Dave's Top 3000 Songs of the Rock Era. Today I'm up to song number 2383, and that one is How You Gonna See Me Now by Alice Cooper. This came out in 78, the end of 78. I think it peaked on the charts, peaked on Billboard at number 12 in early 1979. Here's a picture of the single, and it was also released on his 1978 album called From the Inside. Pretty provocative. He was known for his heavy makeup. And here's a picture of him in concert, Alice Cooper. I'll get into him in a minute, but first I want to feature a sample of this song, How You Gonna See Me Now, and react to it. So here goes.
Dear darling, surprised to hear from me. Bet you're sitting, drinking coffee, yawning sleepily. Just to let you know, I'm gonna be home soon. I'm kinda awkward and afraid. Time has changed your point of view. How you gonna see me now? Please don't see me ugly, babe. 'Cause I know I let you down in oh so many ways. How you gonna see me now? Since we've been on our own, are you gonna love the man when the man gets home?
Okay, that was the first verse of How You Gonna See Me Now by Alice Cooper. Pretty moving song. I think I better tell you what it's about first. You can sort of tell from the lyrics, but apparently this was a personal song for him. He had just recovered from alcoholism, and it was a plea to his lover, probably his wife. I'm not sure, but he had just recovered. He was just recovered as an alcoholic. I guess his wife or his girlfriend had kicked him out for that reason. But now he wanted to return to her, and he was telling her that he made a clean break, and he's hoping that she accepts him back in her life. And I think it's got a very powerful message that applies to a lot of people in his position. I mean, drug abuse is not a good thing for anybody to go through, either for yourself or for other people in your life who you care about. Fortunately, I never been addicted to any physical substances other than food. Um, but for that, a lot of people have, particularly a lot of rock stars. So that's pretty much everything I have to say about this song. How You Gonna See Me Now? One of many ballads for Alice Cooper. I think as his career sort of took a shift, in the mid to late '70s. He did several ballads. He started out as more of a hard rock artist. Now I'm going to talk about him as an artist. So he was born in Alice Cooper was born in Detroit, Michigan in 1948. He's still alive, and I believe he's still performing. I'm not sure about that. But he got his start in music, I think, sometime in the late '60s. And he had several kind of similar genres of music. He started out kind of as a hard rock artist, and then I guess he got into glam rock and heavy metal. He was known for his theatrics. I never actually saw him in concert, but he used the name Alice, which is a woman's name, and glam. One thing about glam rock was it tended to embrace a lot of androgyny, a lot of femininity. There were several other artists who kind of did the same thing, like Elton John and David Bowie, and the rock group Kiss. And, I guess he was just kind of part of that movement. And, you know, I don't know what else I can say about that. He also was in a lot of movies, by the way. And one movie I did see him in, I think the only movie I ever saw him in was Wayne's World. Yeah, I think it was the first Wayne's World movie. Wayne and Garth got backseat stage tickets to see him in concert, and he actually meets with them. Uh, so that was a pretty great scene. Um, But now I'm just going to talk about his hits. So he had a lot of hits. He started out with a group called the Alice Cooper Group, and I think that's when they were more into, like hard rock, kind of headbanging hard rock. Their first hit was in 1970, was called I'm 18, and that one went to number 21. Um, I guess he wasn't really 18 when that song came out. He was either 21 or 22 based on his birthday, but artistic license, as they say. He might have written it when he was 18. I'm not sure about that. 1971, he had a Caught Up in a Dream, or Caught in a Dream, which went to 94, and Under My Wheels, which went to 59. In 1972, he had Be My Lover, which went to 49. School's Out, which went to number 7, and Elected, which went to 26. I'm not familiar with too many of these songs. I know I'm 18. I also know School's Out. And I think both of those songs are coming up on my list. Pretty great songs, actually. In 1973, you had a song called Hello Hooray, which went to 35. You had No More Mr. Nice Guy, which went to number 25. Billion Dollar Babies, which went to 57. And TJ Lament 74, which went to 48. And then he went solo, I guess, sometime in the mid 70s, probably around 74, 75. And then after that, he just had solo hits. In 1975, he had Only Women Bleed, which went to number 12. The Department of Youth, which went to 67. And Welcome to My Nightmare, which went to 45. In 1976, he had I Never Cry, which went to number 12. In 1977, he had You and Me, which went to number 9. In 1979, he had the one I'm featuring today, How You Gonna See Me Now, which went to number 12. And in 1980, he had a song called Clones, which went to number 40. I remember when Clones came out. It's a kind of funny song, actually. We're all clones, all one and one are all. Kind of weird. That one didn't make my list, by the way, but a few of these others did. And then I guess he had a pretty long hiatus. He didn't have any more hits until 1989, but then in 1989 he had a song called Poison, which went to number 7. He also had a song called House of Fire, which went to number 56. And I remember House of Fire. Yeah, I remember the video anyway. And that's more of a hard rock song. I think he got back into hard rock. And then in 1990, he had Only My Heart Taken, which went to Talkin', which went to number 89. Finally, in 1991, he had a song called Hey Stupid, which went to number 78. So those were the hits for Alice Cooper. Pretty prolific hard rock or heavy metal or glam rock artist, whatever you want to call him. And pretty great one, too, I'd say. And like I said, I have several more of his hits coming up on my list. So anyway, that completes my profile of How You Gonna See Me Now by Alice Cooper. Thank you for watching. You guys rock, and I'll see you next time. Bye.